Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Back here on the Jeep project. I think where I left you guys off was I couldn't get the diff fill plug broke loose. So I sucked it up and it ended up buying a socket. So basically with that and a 1/2-inch breaker bar, I actually got it to come out. Thank God. It was just somebody put it in super tight. So luckily it came out and it's not damaged. There's no damaged threads or anything like that. So basically what I'm in the process of doing right now is I'm gonna fill it up with fluid, and then I'm gonna move on to the front of the vehicle. The filling the fluid is pretty simple. Once you pull the drain plug out, you just fill it till the fluid comes out the hole. Put the plug in and it's full. So I'm gonna, it's really hard to get the camera under there, so I'm just kind of explaining to you how it works. It's pretty straightforward. You saw under there what the diff cover looks like and everything, so it's pretty straightforward little deal. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick, and then we'll move on to the front of the vehicle, because there's a couple things I need to fix up that should be pretty straightforward, I'm hoping anyways. There's a lot more room under the front, because the gas tank's not in the way and all that. So anyhow, I will be back with you in just a couple minutes, and we'll move on to the front of the vehicle. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is this is the track bar. Basically what his job is it attaches to the frame. Let's see if I can get my hand over here. Right here. That attaches to the frame and then comes over here to the differential. Basically what it does is it keeps the axle from moving side to side, as in passenger to driver side, side to side. Now I know that bolt is way too small. So when you give it gas and then decelerate, this thing has a hellacious clunk. I'm almost 100% sure that's probably what it is. So that's the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little tiny bolt out, and I'm willing to bet that the hole is probably, I want to say that bolt's probably maybe 7/16, something like that, maybe a 3/8, and it's probably a 1/2-inch hole or larger. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and take that out, put the proper size bolt in there, because I can just tell, see how far the bushing's sticking out. It should be up in there a lot tighter than that. Plus it shows signs of it's been moving around. You can see it's shiny right there. So this has been moving around way too much. So we're going to go ahead and tighten that up. And unfortunately my camera won't fit under here on the tripod, so I don't have my lovely assistant with me today. She's at work. So I'm unfortunately going to have to do an aftermath, because I'm not really sure how to set this thing up so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I wish I could, but it's just it's a ginormous pain in the butt trying to get this thing under there. So anyhow, I will if I figure it out, I will do a time lapse. If not, I'll just show you. I'll do a video in the middle of it and at the end. That's like a hot dog down a hallway, baby. That's way too goddamn small for this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get the track bar lined up the best I can. It may take me a minute, but anyhow, as you can see, the bushing collar isn't even lined up with the hole. That's how small the damn bolt was. So anyhow, I'm going to try and get this thing lined up, put the proper size bolt in there, and that should take care of a lot of the noise this thing makes. Anyhow, she's coming along great, and I'll show you the difference in size of bolt, and we'll wrap her up here in just a short bit. I successfully changed the bolt out. Just to give you an idea of the difference in size, this is the bolt that was in there, and this is the bolt that I installed. Obviously, length doesn't really matter. It's the thickness of it that matters. So basically, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get in there, because the axle was used to being in the location that this bolt was in. So I had to finagle it around a little bit, but I got it in there, and I just wanted to give you a visual of how much difference the thickness of the bolts is. Anyhow, show you. Boy, this was a pain in the ass. I am not gonna lie. It see if I can get my camera in there. So I did get the larger bolt in there. The fun part of this whole thing was, let's see here, I gotta take my camera off the stand. Pardon me a moment while I do that. Okay, so the hard part was, let's see, get a light here so you can see. So that little hole right there, that's where the nut is. There ain't a whole lot of room in there either, as you can see. With the larger nut, of course the wrench is larger. I had a hell of a time getting it in there, but I got that son of a gun in there, and it's nice and secure. So looks pretty happy. Next thing to do, go drive this thing and make sure it's fucking golden. It should be. Oh my goodness. So I got the brakes are all done. I got the differential fluid filled up. Got the track bar done. So this thing should technically be safe to drive and stop and steer and all that. So, all right. I guess we'll go take her for a spin and see what happens. Well, I'm not very good at this in the cab thing. So I'm going to try and do it. I don't have a stand for it. So I'm going to try and hold it by hand and see how we can do here. Brakes feel all right. Oops, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's way better. That is way better. Hell yeah. Sweet. Hopefully this thing doesn't run out of gas on me. I still got to fix the dash. Feels good, but it really takes a lot of effort to get this thing to stop. The steering seems a lot better though now that I got that track bar fixed. It's a lot more stable. I mean, for a wheeler anyway. Not too bad. Bad at all. All right. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I think I'd feel better with a master cylinder in this thing. The pedal feels pretty good, but it doesn't want to stop for shit. I mean, I know it's Chrysler and their brakes are just terrible. Their drums on this thing are like out of a Caravan, but all right. got the test drive out of the way. I'm pleased with the way it's progressing so far. The steering is 100% better now that we got the track bar fixed. The brakes are a lot better than when it got here. I'm not 100% happy with them. I think probably what I'm going to do is I'll give her a call and see what we think about doing a master cylinder. I mean, I can't imagine what else. The brakes are new, and it just, I mean, it stops pretty good unless you really stand on them. Then they just kind of go, yeah, it's like there's not enough pressure, like the master cylinder internally is maybe bleeding by a little bit or something like that. So anyhow, looks like it's about time for me to go to work. So unfortunately, that's going to do it for me today. Appreciate you watching my video, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the little bell notification. I got another project sitting right beside the Jeep here I got to do, and I've got a side job sitting out front. So got lots more coming up, and I once again appreciate you watching my video. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.